What's up, people? This is Nature Girl 30 here, and I'm just gonna get straight on into it. The intro for the beginning of Raw was just plain stupid. As usual, I cannot stand when John Laurinaitis keeps announcing his title, keeps saying that he was the executive talent of guest relations or whatever. And I mean, even though he's not that anymore, he's actually the new COO, and now he's talking about he's the interim GM. We know who he is, but the fact that he ended up bringing Jim Ross back, not to be on commentary, but just to show him what Michael Cole did to him, was just plain dumb. And not to mention the fact that they announced that as the main event of the night. Are they crazy? Watching the legends go at it, especially ones that are not wrestlers, is like watching paint dry. We all know that from WrestleMania. Jerry Lawler. But anyhow, what were they thinking when they came up with that idea? I mean, but moving on from that monstrosity of an intro, the one thing I have to say is that I like the fact that they got the six-man tag out of the way, because honestly, six-man tags are pretty much stale. It always has the same predictable ending, and it's to the point where, it's not fun anymore watching it, unless they kind of pick it up a little bit. But I'm happy that they did start this off. They got it out of the way instead of making it like the big event for the night, because it just ends up being boring. But I'm not going to lie. Mark Henry out there, Mark Henry was a beast. But he's always a beast. And John Morrison, I'm actually shocked that John Morrison is out there. We all know that when John Mo's in a match, he's going to lose. So the fact is, why are they even having him in these matches at all? Are they doing the same thing they did to Vladimir Kozlov? Let him have his final big match, and then just get completely X'd out? I don't know. But moving on. Okay, here's one big question that I have. For the last few weeks, they have been doing these promos of Brodus Clay, but we have not even seen him fight, not once, on Raw or SmackDown. He has been on Superstars. He's been on NXT. He's been on all these other shows that have not premiered him. So what is with this big push? My guess is that they're probably going to try to start a feud between him and Alberto Del Rio, since Alberto Del Rio did abandon him and went on to Raw. But, I mean, I don't know when this is going to happen, but it's kind of stupid to have all this promotion when he hasn't had a match, or at least had a countdown to his premiere. But anyway. Well, isn't it temporary arm candy, the Bella Twins? It seems to me that since Brie lost her title, they're both becoming a lot more irrelevant. It's like they really don't have a purpose there. And the fact that they actually kissed Johnny Ace, oh, you really must be desperate. But when they showed the little scene with Alberto Del Rio, how he's like disagreeing with the fact that Johnny Ace is putting him up there with Michael Cole as a tag team, I'm kind of with him. It is kind of beneath the champion to be with Michael Cole. Like, really, Michael Cole? I mean, don't get me wrong. He's supposed to be the heel of commentary, but to be in a match like that, the most pathetic, worthless match ever, having Michael Cole versus Jim Ross, two non-wrestlers, yeah, it is kind of sad. And I hate to say it, and I never agree with Alberto Del Rio, but I agree with him this time. It's sad. I'm tired of this, really. Okay, with the Divas match, it was horrible last week, and it's unbelievably bad this week. And the reason why I say is because there is no way on this planet that those two, Natalya and Beth, can be defeated by Kelly and Eve. Well, even though Kelly wasn't even fighting. Eve? Really? Natalya can beat the crap out of her any given day. Her guns is as big as her head. I mean, come on. There is no way that Eve can literally beat Natalya. No way. And honestly, how in the world did Eve even get a title shot in Vengeance to begin with? But like I said before, I actually predicted a heel turn with her. I'm probably going to be wrong here. I think Kelly is going to go heel, and that's probably why they're making her crazy for the last few weeks. She is going to interfere with Vengeance because she does not want anybody taking her title from her, even if it's Eve. And even though Eve has been a Divas champion before, there is no way that Kelly is going to actually allow her to get the belt. She's probably going to interfere during Vengeance, and they're probably going to have a feud between her and Eve, the supposedly BFFs. But honestly, the match itself was completely, it was unrealistic, completely unrealistic. completely forgettable. And it's come on, really? They need to do a lot better with the Divas division. And I mean, I really hope they do something soon. I mean, also hearing that Maurice is coming back, it may be one up, but it's not really enough. Okay, am I missing something? I'm struggling with this. I thought that Triple H was removed from being a COO, so he's not a COO anymore, but he's still wearing a suit, like he's an executive guy. And why are they showing this match now? I mean, I thought they announced it to be on Vengeance. Why are they doing it on free TV? Isn't this something you want to get paid for? I don't know. I'm missing something. I'm struggling with this. I mean, if I miss something, let me know. I mean, I don't get it. Just put in your comments below something that I missed. Like if I missed something that happened like last week or behind the scenes to where Triple H ended up being COO again or something, let me know. Put that on the bottom of this. Let me know. I know I said before I didn't really completely understand why they were going to have a pay-per-view match for free. But seeing how they interrupted it, I understand why they did it, and I think that that was a good call. It's just the way they did it wasn't quite entertaining. It was kind of thrown in there. I mean, yeah, you got some papers that will actually, well, I'm not going to lie, that was a good shot that he gave to R-Truth. Thank you, because I can't stand R-Truth. But anyway, giving him papers to kick him out, restraining orders or whatever it was kind of like a cheap way to do it. I mean, it should have been a better way to handle it, a better way to get him out of there or interrupt the match. At least I hope. Well, I mean, it's just, I don't know. They really need work when it comes to that. I understand why they did it because they don't want to have an ending. They actually want to have some build up towards Vengeance since Vengeance is this Sunday. But the way they did it, I just don't agree. Immigration papers. I forgot they're in Mexico City tonight, but it was still a cheesy way of getting rid of it. Why? Oh, why in the world are they trying to make Dolph Ziggler a tag team champion? He's already a champion. He barely defends that belt. He is the U.S. championship. Instead of trying to pair them up and pair him up with Dolph Ziggler, she should find somebody, and I'm talking about Vicky Guerrero, should find somebody that will want to take the U.S. championship. What in the world are they thinking? Really, it doesn't make any sense. It's flat out annoying, and it's just irritating to see that belt being used as a prop. It meant something. It still means something today, and I'm really getting sick and tired of them using it as nothing but a prop. Stop trying to get Dolph Ziggler to be a tag team champion with Jack Swagger. Try to help Jack Swagger because he needs your help badly for his career. And for crying out loud, leave Dolph alone. Let him try to find himself or try to find the champion who he is. It's annoying. And they had Jack Swagger completely butcher the national anthem? What are they thinking? Really, I don't understand. I don't understand the whole logic of this thing tonight. Come on. It's flat out humiliating to the U.S. I mean, it's not as bad as when Roseanne Barr sang the national anthem, but it's still bad. I mean, come on, man. I don't know. I'm really hoping that tonight gets better. And it did for 5 seconds. Zack Ryder finally came back. Well, actually, he's been out doing performances for a while. But anyway, Zack Ryder was on the air in the shortest match I've ever seen in my life. Oh, boy. And Mason Ryan made a completely, I don't know what kind of debut by himself with the most, I don't know what it was. It sounded like, I don't know, his music sounded like it was on repeat. But honestly, it would have been cooler if he actually had the match with Dolph Ziggler for the U.S. Championship, because it'll make some worth. It'll bring some worth to the title instead of making it just a prop that he has around his waist. I don't know why they're just having a match. I think they should just have it for the title, have him lose the title, and if they really wanted him to be tag team champions, Let them be tag team champions of Vengeance. It makes so much sense, and also it will make that U.S. title around his waist not seem more like a prop. But unfortunately, I was wrong. They didn't make it for the U.S. title. They just made it another match. Once again, the U.S. title still remains a prop. And now we get to our main event. Something I really do not even care about, let alone want to talk about. But honestly, haven't they learned from WrestleMania? I mean, come on. Haven't they learned from WrestleMania 27 on how completely dull it is to have a non-wrestler or in with a wrestler or a legend? It's like watching paint dry. And for some reason, they decided to have two non-wrestlers to be the main event, even though they have two superstars in the ring. I can't figure this out, and I could really care less about it. Okay, to sum it all up, honestly, the matches themselves, some of them weren't so bad. Some of them weren't really all that realistic and was very short. And the transitions between matches were, I mean, it's supposed to be filler, but they were not entertaining. Overall, I'm gonna be pretty generous tonight and give it a C minus. And the reason why is because it was satisfying to see Zack Ryder, being on Raw again, and also seeing Batista's other half or Batista's doppelganger, I guess. It was kind of interesting to see Batista Jr. out there and actually have him, perform and everything, even though his music sounds like it's on repeat. But I think that they're actually going to try to push Mason Ryan, which I really think is a good thing. Plus, they actually have a card for Vengeance. They have a decent card at that. Not only matches that are going to be, happening, like the Big Show versus Mark Henry, which is something I'm really excited about. Plus, I'm still trying to figure out how Eve ended up becoming a part of in the title. But like I said before, she's a tick that leeches on people until she somehow becomes popular being a part of them. But anyway, I mean, seeing how they're actually talking about Vengeance and trying to promote the card is a good thing. So that's the reason why I decided to give it a C minus for the night. Plus, before I go, everybody stay tuned for November 14th. The Rock is going to be making his return to the WWE for one special night until Survivor Series. More than likely, he's probably going to be a part of Survivor Series, building on up to WrestleMania, but he is going to be on Raw November 14th in John Cena's hometown of Massachusetts. So stay tuned for that. This is Nature Girl 30 signing off. Peace out, y'all.